All right, I'm recording the session right now. So in today's lecture, we're going to focus on directory services. And then next Tuesday, we'll sync up and we'll do DevOps. I thought there was one topic that was interesting and I thought I might want to cover you and teach you this also, right? Because most of us in our organization, we use Active Directory, right? So as soon as you join a company, what is the first thing will happen? They create an employee ID, they create your email, Active Directory. Mostly use this for single sign-on. You want to do single sign-on or you want to log into single services, right? So what is the first thing that they will do? They'll create an email, right? Maybe they create a repository for you to keep your office documentation, right? And they might give you access to chat applications such as Skype for Business, right? File sharing, right? Audio, video calling for remote meetings, hosting meetings and other things, right? Meeting screen sharing like I do. Screen, remote. Access to ticketing tool, third-party tools, very good. Third-party tools. Third parties, what are these third parties? It could be a ticketing system, right? This could be your attendance, leave application, your payroll website where you want to download salary slips, right? Jira, very nice. Can be SAP also, very good, Gautam. Right? CRM, SAP, all other applications you can integrate. You can also integrate your laptops and domain joins, right? Virtual desktops. Guys who have worked on Citrix Zen Desktop or VMware Horizon, right, who has virtual desktops that you have in the data center, and banking and financing team would access that remotely. Or you can do a domain join to your laptops also. What else? Printer, VPN, printer, VPN, right? What else? You might want to integrate this with EC2 instance if it is AWS. EC2 instance or MS SQL database, right? What else? Am I missing anything here? Bathroom access. Printer access, configure your access card, yes, right? Access cards, access to meeting rooms, right? In my office also, the meeting rooms, my swiping cards will not work. Only if I book the meeting and if the meeting room is approved to me or my team, the access card will work for the meeting room, and the meeting room will open, I can use that room. Are you getting my point? Swipe, touch. Intune, AirWatch, mobile MDM, right? Biometric, BYOD. So you got the message. Very good. That is why I like you guys so much, that you guys are intelligent. Even before I complete, you complete my thought process. That is why I like you guys, right? Now what we're gonna do is, I will not be able to simulate the entire use case. For example, you don't have ID cards or a printer sitting there, or having an SAP application at your home. But at a very high level, I will try to cover a maximum possible use cases in today's lecture, right? So that lecture, we will begin with Active Directory first. And we will start with Active Directory first. Now there are two ways that you can build Active Directory. Step number one is you can launch a Windows instance. Step number one is you can launch a Windows instance in EC2, run a DC promo, and you can set up a directory there, right? But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. The reason why, because there's a dedicated service called Microsoft Active Directory. If you see here, Microsoft Manage Active Directory, right? Now, if I go and you need to understand that there are two kind of directory roles that are there. One is Active Directory Administrator and one is an Active Directory functional guy. If he is an administrator, you getting my point? If he is an administrator, what he will do, will set up a VM, Windows VM, install AD, do configuration, configure database. All that thing he will do. Getting my point? And then what he will do is he will hand it over to production. And production will be using it. And if they have any issues with the AD, they will call him. L1, L2, L3 will come and troubleshoot that and make sure that the AD is available. Are you with me so far? So that role is automated here. We do not need Active Directory Administrator. We do not need Active Directory functional guy. Right? There is no one that is needed for you to set up this, right? But excuse me, not functional, Active Directory Administrator. You don't need administrator to administrate. If it fails, there's an AI that is built into it that will remediate or fix a problem for you. Right? So no AD administrator needed. We are the new AD administrator, and Amazon will not give you access to root of your AD. And since it is not giving you access, you don't troubleshoot. Which are the similar services? RDS one was the similar service where database administrator was not needed there. Are you with me so far? Right? So likewise here also AD administrator is not needed, though you can build database in AD on EC2 instance, but you need more people. And the goal here is to mitigate them. So we don't need AD administrator here. We are the new AD administrator. 100% automation will build and give you the AD. If there's a defect or the problem, Amazon will fix it for you. You don't have a root access, so you chill. Right? But if you're an AD functional guy, you have to create users, user migrations, etc., etc., the other areas that you need to understand and focus. Right? So we don't need AD administrator, that your work is automated. So we will only need a AD functional guy. Are you with me so far? Are you with me so far? Right? So there are a couple of ADs that are available in the list. Very popular Microsoft AD, and most of the questions will come in the interview from Microsoft AD only. There's a simple AD that is available. This is based out of Samba 4. Samba 4 is an open source AD engine. That is what they have. AD connector, if you want to connect your on-premise Active Directory service. If you have an on-premise and you want to connect your on-premise Active Directory service and you don't want to use your Active Directory on AWS. Just give me a moment. Prayer is happening here.
அங்க ஆயிடுச்சு 4 மணி வரைக்கும்.
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Gautam, you're not seeing my screen. Welcome back, Deepak. What, man? You have become architect or what year? You don't need AWS training, Deepak.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I said you have become solution architect or what? You don't need this training.
Oh, I want it.
You're not doing labs. You're not on time in training. When I'm asking
So,
Abbas, where is Deepak? He said, sir, he's out with his girlfriend. He's in some mall watching movie. Abbas is telling me that.
Abbas. Is
Right,
it true,
welcome.
Abbas?
All wrong information that guy is giving.
No, man.
And I
I
told
was
him
driving
Deepak
back to
is.
the office.
That is what I said. Deepak is dedicated towards his learning. And when are you writing your exam?
I need to think about that. Take
I
time.
call that Irfan and finish it off, man.
Yeah, I'll do
I've
that.
given Irfan's
First, you.
number, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I need to speak to
Before,
Mahesh also, na?
why, Mahesh?
You told to speak to him once, correct?
No. Mahesh wanted to take your feedback on how the training is going on and how your labs are happening. Right?
Fine.
Because he did not have an update whether you're attending. I just told him that you're not regular to training, so he was worried.
Oh, okay.
ठीक है. Welcome. Right? So Barney and Gautam, when you guys come to India, make sure that you complete your certifications. Talk to Irfan and clear it off. So if you see my screen right now, we have AD connector. So if you don't want to set up your Active Directory on AWS, you can use an on-premise AD and you can authenticate through your on-premise. No local data will be stored in AWS. And then you have Amazon Cognito. Cognito is a social Active Directory. So if you have developed a web application where you want to say login with Facebook, login with Twitter, login with this, login with that. You're getting my point? So if that is a world that you're in, then you have to use Cognito. Right? Cloud Directory, this directory is from Amazon. Amazon has this notion of making everything of their own. In EC2, they took Red Hat derivative and they made Amazon Linux. In database, they took MySQL and they made Aurora. Here they are taking open source Linux LDAP and they're calling it Amazon Cloud Directory. Right? So mostly we'll be focusing on Microsoft Active Directory in today's lecture. So I'm going to select Microsoft Active Directory, right? I am doing this lab in Oregon, but all of you has to do this lab in in Virginia. Each one of you in this class here, right, irrespective of any regions that you're doing your lab, you have to do the lab in Virginia only because there's some of these services that are not available in other region. So your lab will not be completed, right? So explicit request that all you have to do, all of your labs has to be done in Virginia only, but I am doing it in Oregon, but you all of you have to do it in Virginia only. So set up directory here. Of course, it is Microsoft Active Directory that I want to take. Next, there are two directory options available, right? If you have 5,000 users, right? If you have 5,000 users, then you can take standard edition. If you have 75,000 users, if you have 75,000 users, then you have to use this, right? For this lecture, I'll be using standard here. Come down, right? You can give any name here. For example, AP. You can give APAC, EMEA, right? Something like this. The domain name that you have bought, right? You can give EMEA, right? Or you can give North America here, or you can type global, right? Anything if you want, you can give here, right? If you're creating regional directories, you can create regional directories, right? Or most of them just simply leave it as corp here, corp.adnan.team. Adnan.team is a domain that I have bought, and I'm pretty sure that most of you have also bought your own domain name. So add corp in front of it. And net bias again corp. I have none information here. right? And make sure that you give the password, and you should not forget the password. If you forget the password, I don't think there's a method that is available to reset your password. You have to delete your directory and recreate it, right? Right? Next. Right? And you have to explicitly make sure you select availability 1 and availability 2 here. In Virginia, I'm telling you, availability 1 or availability 2. These are the two availability zones that you have to select in Virginia. Next, you see a quick summary here. This is available for free trial, so don't worry, go ahead and create it and click on create directory. You need to click on create directory, right? So I will cancel it. I will not be creating it. I just wanted to show you how a directory has to be created, right? Now I'll go back to Virginia. Now the reason why I'm showing this lab in Oregon and not in Virginia, because once you create an active directory, this will take up to 45 minutes. A directory creation process takes up to 45 minutes. So what I did is, even before a training starts, maybe at 7:15, I created this directory in Virginia region, right? So that I don't have to wait for 45 minutes to happen. And if you see here, August 2nd, it was created. Let me see if there's a time that I can see. Okay, so there's no time that is available, right? So what I did is I created this directory before the class at 7:15, 7:30 my time. And I'm demonstrating you right now because otherwise I had to waste 45 minutes waiting for this to create. So do not panic once you create this in Virginia, right? Once you create this in Virginia, you have to patiently wait for 30 to 45 minutes and it will be active. Once this is active, you have to continue your lab, right? And if you see here, I have selected Virginia region 1 and 2 here, availability zone. Make sure you also select it. Once this is done, you need to click on create an access URL. I'm going to call this Adnan hyphen Academy. You can give anything you want. You can give anything you want, right? I'm creating Adnan hyphen Academy here. So my URL is created. Second thing is I have to enable. All this you have to wait for 45 minutes. Only then you can do. Right now my directory is enabled. I can begin working on my directory here. The first use case that I want to demonstrate is, I want to integrate this one with my EC2 instance. Because my directory is ready, the first use case that I'm going to demonstrate is, I'm going to demonstrate with my EC2 instance. Now to connect one or more AWS services, what should I use, guys? To connect one or more AWS services, what do I have to do?
IAM role?
Exactly, absolutely correct, right? I have to use IAM role. A role will be between my EC2 and my Active Directory. Services, IAM. Roles, create a role. Right, I'll select EC2 here and I'll select Simple System Manager, because Simple System Manager can talk to Active Directory also. So permissions, right, and then next, and I'm going to call this EC2 domain join. EC2 domain join is what I'm going to give the role's name, and I'll click on create. That's it. Now services EC2, launch instance, and I will be selecting Microsoft Microsoft Windows Server, and all right, this one over here. This one I'm gonna select T2 Micro. Make sure you see this option here, domain join directory. You need to join this to a domain here. So corp.adnan is available here. And then I will select my EC2 domain join role. EC2 domain join. Add storage, 30 GB is fine. Add a tag. I'm gonna call this jump box. Configure security group. So if you see here, I will select, okay, let me create a new security group only. I will select Windows network security group. Okay. Review. And that's it. We need to launch this. So I'm launching my Windows machine here. And if you see, this is connected to IAM role already. Right? And usually this will take 3-4 minutes. Once this is ready, I will take an RDP session into the Windows machine and I will create some directory users. Right? Printers I cannot show you, so I will remove it off. Instead of printers, I will show you AWS console. We can use AWS console and we can do this. Right, this one I'll show you one lab here. So bear with me for 2 to 3 minutes. Let this get created. So till then, if you want, we can chit chat. We can chit chat on any topic. Gautam back from AU. Oh, Gautam, have you gone to Australia? What did you bring here, Gautam? You gone to Australia, right? What did you bring? Okay. Abbas, I did not understand your question. To get a new project. Excellent work, buddy. Buddy, give me some projects now, man. Get me some projects from Singapore here that I can deliver here. Okay, this was an internal thing. Okay, understood. Yes, because this is my senior center, Abbas. So when Barney and Deepak and everybody can come, they can attend the classes, they can attend their exams here in Bangalore, in my hometown, and they can clear the examination. I'll be around. I can meet these guys. I can say hi, hello. You can also come if you want to write exam. You're most welcome to our country. Come and write your exams here. We can do necessary arrangements for you to come. But I think mostly Barney and Gautam will write their exams in Singapore only. Centers are also available there. Centers are available there. Is centers are available in Pakistan for AWS? Okay, we'll find out for you. Don't worry, I'll find out. And I'll tell you the locations and center address, right? And you can probably go visit them, talk to them, understand their procedures in your hometown. You have to go to this website. Go to this website, Bus, aws.training. Go to this website, register yourself, and the map will automatically find and tell you whether they have examination centers or not. If the map thing does not work, then you can put the zip code and it will find according to zip code and tell you how far or how close the center is. So make sure that you go and visit this link. So Gautam, if you're coming on 21st August, don't come empty handed. Get something and come meet me. Come meet me. So I think my Windows machine is ready as we were chit chatting. Let me log in here. Get Windows password. Huh? I think it has been 4 minutes already. It's been 4 minutes already here, right? I don't know why it did not generate the password. Okay, let's give it a minute or two more so that my machine gets ready. Still nothing. You also go to that website. You guys also go to aws.training website, see whether the slots are available on Saturday, Sunday. Don't mock it. And I've given you Irfan's number. Call Irfan and check. He will do all the necessary arrangements.
Okay.
What is this here? I think probably we have to wait for a couple of more minutes. Are you all of you investing on mutual funds? Did you guys started investing on mutual funds? Yes, 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 no, maybe, yes, no, maybe. Do you guys invest in mutual funds? Planning on starting Gautam, no, Barney, no. Hey, why, man? Then you have to take my financial classes. Right? Come to my classes and I'll guide you what you have to do. how you can make your own corpus. Gautam has purchased Accenture shares. So do you do trading? Do you have a demat account, Gautam? Do you do trading, or your company has given you some shares? I think so. Okay. So as part of your hike, your company is giving you company share. Finally, I have Windows password screen, right? So I'm logging into my machine here. And let me copy this password, put this in the notepad here. Right. So let me log into this machine quickly. So username is ADMINISTRATOR and click on connect. Connect again. Copy this. ADMINISTRATOR. Let me go and check my security group. Okay, let me try this again. Connect. Okay. I'll paste the password and then I'll connect. I'll probably give it a couple of more minutes for this to settle down. I think my machine is ready, right? Now the first thing what I need to do is I need to install the administrative tools on the system here, right? That is the very first step that I have to do so that this Windows machine can communicate to my Active Directory server that I have created in my directory services there. Next. Next again. Next. I need to install administrative tools here. Remote server administration tools. Add features. Next. Next again. And then install. I'm sorry guys, unlike like Linux, which is extremely fast, you understand how Windows it is. You just have to give time for the things to happen here. So bear with me, don't get bored. We are progressing, but we are progressing slowly today. Done, this is done, close. Right, so I have installed this tool successfully now. Let's double check whether the machine is domain joined or not. Now to check whether your machine is domain joined or not, we will go to computer properties to review that. Properties. And if you see here, corp.adnan.team. Corp.adnan.team, it is registered. Right? Now quickly sign out here. Right? And sign back in one more time. Right? Why did I sign out and sign back in? Because when I signed in as a local user. Now I want to sign in as a AD user. So to log in, corp my netbias/admin. This is the default user for the Active Directory. Admin is a default user. Connect again. An Active Directory password you have to give. Remember I showed you how to create a directory, right? That password you have to give. Login. Yes. Now instead of logging in as a local user, I've logged in as an Active Directory user here. So I'll give a couple of minutes to settle this down. You know how Windows is. Please don't miss the class, guys. This training is getting lengthier. I request you don't miss this class, guys. This training is for you. I'm really working hard for you. Right? Please do your labs on time and don't skip trainings, guys. It is very demotivating. I feel like you have guys who have gone to McD, right? You have paid him money and you have taken all the food that you need, and the food is sitting on your table. But now you guys chose to not to eat that. Right? Food is on your table, but you're not eating it. Bill you have paid. It doesn't look good, guys. You need to practice and don't bunk my class. Are you with me? Now you need to type dsa.msc here in the command prompt. A tool will open here, right? Corp, users, and if I go to user here, I have my default administrator user here. Do not delete this. So don't delete this. They're clearly telling you not to delete this user. So we will create a new user here. New user. Barani. What's your last name, Barani? Balachandran. So Balachandran, okay, right? So Barni Balachandran is his name, right? So I'm gonna create an account here. So to make it very simple, right? I'll call it as BB. His first and last initial I'm taking, and I'm calling this as a BB, or I can say Barni also, right? Only first name I can use here, right? And then click on next, right? User must change the password at the next login. I don't want to do this. So I've unchecked this. I will set a password here. Next again. And if you see here, I've added Barney user. I will create one email ID for Barney also here only. Barney@adnan.team. Apply. Okay. That's it. So simple. This is how you take a remote session into AD and start adding users and other thing. So I've added Barney user right now. Let's test this Barney user. Let me minimize the screen. Right now, if I go back to my Excel, let me integrate Barney user with IAM here, AWS console. I want to use AWS console. With the console, right, you would like to log into the AWS management console with single sign-on with AD credentials that I have created for Barney. Now to do that, I need again an IAM role here. So I'll go to IAM first and create that role. Services, IAM, and this is the second role that I'm creating in this lecture. Right? Roles, create a role. EC2, EC2 again. Permissions, I'm going to give administrative role. Review, and I'm going to call this, right, single sign-on user role. I'm going to call this a single sign-on user role and click on create. Once you create this, you have to go and edit this user. Go to single sign-on user role, go to trusted relationship, and you need to edit the trusted relationship here. So click on edit trusted relationship and make sure you select DS here. By default, you will have EC2. You have to select DS. DS stands for directory service. Select DS and then save. That's it. Now let's go to directory service and put this user in the action. Come down here. AWS management console is disabled. I have to enable this. Enable access. You see single sign-on role is available here. Add user, and I'm gonna add Barney here. Barney Balachandran. Added him here. That's it. And if I refresh, This is now enabled. This is now enabled, right? Now I can log in. I don't know why it is taking to the old console here again and again. Never mind. So I'll copy this URL here. Now instead of opening this in a separate tab, you are required to open this in incognito mode. It is like your IAM. It will crash and will contradict with your root login, so you have to open in an incognito mode, right? And then now you can log in. So the username is Bernie. Password that I have set. Sign in. So that AD user is doing a single sign on to AWS Management Console. So that means you don't have to create IAM users at all anymore. Your companies can just integrate Active Directory, and Active Directory users can sign into AWS console. And if you see here, they have all the access. Single sign-on user role that I have created as Bernie, and they've logged into Adnan Academy. Are you with me so far? So this is another way apart from IAM that you can use to integrate. Are you with me, boys, so far? Now let me show you how do you create your virtual desktops on cloud, right? In case if you want to create Windows 7 and Windows 10 desktops. In case if you want to create a Windows 7, Windows 10 desktops on AWS, right? You will create virtual desktops. Have you guys worked on virtual desktops before? Like VMware Horizon, or Zen Desktop from Citrix. Have you guys worked on it? So you have worked on it. Our application installs on VM. Now I'm just talking about Windows 7 and Windows 10. Have you created Windows 7 and Windows 10 on cloud? Or have you used any desktop related products that will work? Right, let me show it to you. No. So let me show it to you how simple it is to create on AWS. There's an option called Workspace. Click on Amazon Workspace here. So Workspace is the name of a service where we create Windows 7 and Windows 10 desktops, right? So I'll click on Launch Workspace. My directory is already here. Next, Workspace is connecting to your directory. Connecting to your existing directory may take 5 minutes. This was pretty quick here because I only have one user. So show me all the users, and you have Bernie. Bernie is right here. Add selected. Next. Now if you see here, you can also create Linux desktop. You get Ubuntu desktop, you'll have GUI, you can build projects, you can do labs, you can do Linux administration, all that you can do from here. And this is a part of a free tier. But you can use Windows 7 and Windows 10 also. And there are a couple of other Linux that are available. Performance version, right? So there is one with graphic card, which has Office 2010, 2013. This one is Office 2016, right? So there are a couple of more that you can pick and choose, and you can build your machine. So Windows 10 is free. I will select this, right? Okay, this is allowing you to only select any one. Okay, we'll work with Windows. You guys can do Linux also. And in case if you want to increase volumes, you can increase the volumes here. Next step. Right, next again. Right. Auto stop timing. 1 is enough. 1 minute. Launch. So now this is saying it will take 20 minutes to launch. While this is launching, I'll come back to this. Right, while it is launching. Now I will show you how do you set up your work email. Right, we have given him access. We created a user in Active Directory. We gave him the access to AWS Management Console. We gave access to virtual desktop, but virtual desktop will take 20 minutes to build. So we'll come back and we'll look into that after 20 minutes. Now the employee needs his email account to send and receive emails and to talk to people. So email he needs. So we'll click on Amazon Work Mail. Add an organization. Standard setup. Again, I will select my AD here. Work mail. Create. This should take few seconds and should be ready by then. And this is ready now, right? So the couple of things that I have to do in my work mail, first I need to go to domain and I need to add my domain here, right? I will select adnan.team. This is the domain name that I have bought. Whatever domain name that you have bought, you need to use that here. Add domain. And if you see the status, for me, it is already verified. You might see unverified. So I will tell you what to do to make it verified. So the first thing what you need to do is you need to go to services and Route 53. Right? And you have to open your domain. Click on create record set. As soon as you click on create a record set, the record set will appear. You have to go and copy this. So the first record type says it is TXT. So I'll make sure I will select TXT from my drop down. Right. The next option says I have to give my host name. My host name is already there. I will only copy from here. Because adnan.team is already there. If you see adnan.team is already there, I will copy this. And then the third section is value. So value I will copy. We already did this earlier. Gautam, which one, Gautam? Exactly. We have done DNS class before, right? Absolutely correct. We hosted a website. We created our records, right? Yes, you're right. The same thing for the second also, you have couple of more records. You have 5 more records, right? After this, you click on create. After this, you click on create and then create a record set one more. And this time I'm creating MX here. So I will select MX from the drop down. MX record from the drop down. Second option is there is no host name here. So I will leave this blank. And third thing is I'll copy this. Like this, I'll copy and I'll click on create. Are you with me so far? So this place will be empty because there is no MX record. So then you click on create again. And then you continue to create more records here, right? Here I'll copy it from here because my domain name is already there. This is tricky a little. Copy this without dot. Paste it here, right? And this time I have to select CNAME. CNAME I will select because it says CNAME here, right? And then I'll copy this whole thing. And then click on create. That's it. You're getting my point? Are you guys following me? So like this, you have to create all the records. Once the record is created, you click on verify. It should show verify here. It has to be verified. It will take at least 2 to 3, 5 minutes, or wait for 10 minutes and double check all the records are created. You have to make sure you have created all 6 records. Once you have created all 5 records from here and 6 record from here, this should say verify. Once it is verified, you can go to users. And where is this Bernie here? Bernie is right here. Enable user, and then make sure you select your domain name from the list. Adnan.team and click on enable. So Bernie is ready right now. Let's test his email ID. I'll put this email in the chat here. I guys welcome you to send me a test email. Send a test email from your email ID. Right? So organization settings, and then I will go to the domain here. Bernie is a login credential. And that's it. See, Bernie is how quick. Even before I've logged in, he sent me a test email. Let me send him an email. Please confirm. Guys, send me some test email to test. Bernie, confirm whether if you have received an email. Excuse me. Bernie confirm. Deepak also we have. Right, so Bernie replied me back. So you're getting my point. So my email ID is working now. So Bernie's mail account is ready. He can now talk to customers. He can send and receive emails. He can follow up on other things. So he's ready. Now let's proceed forward. Gautam also is sent. Thanks. Right. So let's continue forward. Outbox, what do I have here? Right. So let's continue forward. Right. So his email is ready. Now Bernie needs a documentation repository. So he can keep all his office documents, PowerPoint presentation, right? Anything else that he's working with. So that is what he needs. So let us give him that. Right? So now WorkDocs is available right here. I'm going to click on WorkDocs. Create a new WorkDoc site. Select AD. Enable directory here. Type a username. You will want to select an existing directory user to be your WorkDocs administrator. I'm gonna give it to admin, select administrator. Right, let's check the work docs here. So first thing is car/admin. I have to first activate Bernie here. Sign in. Sorry about that, I entered the wrong password, or maybe I mistyped the password. Right. I'll go to the control panel here, open admin control panel. I'll scroll down here and Bernie is right here. So Bernie is inactive. He's inactive, I have to make him active. So click on this pencil icon here, active, and I'm gonna make him just a user here, and I'm gonna give him unlimited storage. Though I can give him 5 GB if I want, and Bernie can only have 5 GB, that I can make it possible. But I want to give him unlimited storage, let him enjoy. Click on save. That's it. Now if you see here, Bernie is active and he has an unlimited storage. Right now I can sign out and I can log in like Bernie now. Sign out. Sign back in. Log in. Let me try again. That's it. If you see here, Bernie is right here. Right? Now let's upload something. Let's create some folders here. Project documents, create. Right? If you want to upload something, you can just open this folder, upload a file. Desktop. Right, the file that was pretty quick, it got uploaded here. See, that's it. Right, so if you want to share this, you can share this link here, copy this link, and I can put it in the chat. I want you to click and see whether you're able to see this link from Bernie's account. Go ahead guys, click on this link. Hey Abbas, you're not seeing my screen, Abbas. Is it working, boys? Okay, understood. Don't fight with me. And it's working. Awesome. Right, good. So Bernie's repository is also ready. He can upload all his office documents. He can organize them by folders. He can organize them by folders. He can share it. Whatever he wants, he can do. He can also access them over a phone here. There's a mobile version of the apps also available. You can go to Play Store and you can download. You can go to Play Store and you can download, right? Workdocs app from the Play Store, and you can configure this there, and you can upload photos from your phone, and that will appear here. So document repository also we created for Bernie now. Right? $25 accounts are free. 25 email accounts are free. 25 documentation repository accounts are free. Right? And then you pay as you go for storage, right? 10 cent or something 1 GB that they will charge. So whatever amount of storage that you consume, you pay that much. I mean the company will pay. Right? Workmail. I think we have done the workmail. Yes, it is active. Now let's go to the workspace. Let's see whether the workspace is ready. Workspace. And it is ready and it is available. Right? So the first thing what I need to do is there's a client URL that I need to open. So I'll first go to client URL here. And there's an application available for pretty much everything. Right? Mac OS, iPad, Windows, you will download for Windows, Android tablet, Chromebook, Fire, and web access. So I've already downloaded for Chrome here. Excuse me for Windows. I've already downloaded this app and I've installed it, and that is available here. So start, and then uh, Amazon Workspace. Next, next, next. I'm just updating the software, boys. While the setup is install Amazon Chime. Okay. Did I do a mistake installing this? I don't think so. For shortcut could not be set. Okay, no issues. Finish. Manage registration. My registration code is right here. Register. Username is Barney and the password is that's it. No. See, I've logged into Windows 10 workspace now, and this is running off of AWS. This is not my local machine. Let's do a couple of tests here. Let me open this. Please bear with me, boys. I'm trying to start Mozilla Firefox, and it's taking its own sweet time to come up. All right. Let's test this. Try Firefox with your get mark. Um, I'm just running a local speed test on the desktop here, and the speed is amazing. It is nearly half a gigabyte speed it is coming on a desktop. If you see here, it is Mbps, half a gigabyte of speed it is coming here. Right, more than half a gigabyte speed it is coming. Right, upload is also it is testing. Okay, so 240 Mbps is upload, amazing speed it is. Right, let's take a second opinion. I don't know, it is taking almost ages to type anything there. Guys, you can hear me clearly, right? Okay, so there is no problem with my internet. The desktop is, I think the Firefox crashed. I think it's a problem with the Firefox because the Firefox crashed. But if I click on start button and all, it should work. Hey, what man? This is not slow, yeah. This is the first time it is happening. Usually it is very fast. Today it is taking ages. You guys experience and tell me how it works. Right? Okay. Okay. Now it is responding at least some better. Right, so if you see here, the test got passed, right? And the second opinion is also same. It is the exact same speed that you're getting. The last test that we need to do is we need to try with YouTube. Right? So in YouTube, so how is it, boys? Is it playing stream flawlessly? Do you see shutter? Guys, okay, let's continue then. What else is left? RDS database is there. So let's do chat. So what should we use, guys? Skype for Business. What software should we use to set up a chat, file sharing, right? Audio video calling, remote and screen sharing. So please recommend me some software now. One is Skype for Business. What softwares others can we can use it in our company? Bernie, you're right, man. That is why I like you, Chime. Exactly. You're seeing the screen all this while, and we've been using Chime for the entire training. We have used Chime to screen my screen. You guys are seeing my screen. We are doing audio and video calling. I can share files also. You guys have shared the screenshot. Right? We can do remote desktops. You can see my screen. I can take remote. We can do video calling also if you turn on the cameras. So the answer is Chime. So we will use Amazon Chime, right? Mostly I will not be having an Amazon Chime because I have an Indian account, right? But you guys will have it. Guys who have signed up an account in Singapore and Pakistan will have the access to Chime here, right? All you have to do is go to Chime dashboard and see. If you see here, it clearly says it does not support with my account because I have an Indian account. So you have to trust me. You have to go and add Chime to the Active Directory, like I added for work docs and work mails, like I added for work docs and work mail and workspace. You have to add your directory to Chime, and that's it. Bernie can log into Chime with AD user, and Bernie can also chat with his friends. He can send and receive messages. You can do video calling, set up meeting, all that Bernie can also do. All you have to do is you need to add the Active Directory to Chime and the user will be activated. You need to activate the user, right? That's all you have to do. Are you with me so far? It is that simple. It's as simple as creating an email. It is that simple as adding the Bernie to Chime. Right, and I cannot show you right now because neither the feature is enabled here. Are you with me, boys? So VPN, I will show you this in the VPC class. MS SQL, I want you to explore yourself. Third-party software is out of scope. I cannot show you this. Right? So we'll be using MySQL here. To use MS SQL, you can always go to Services, RDS, right? And you can select your MS SQL directory like this. You can select MS SQL, take an enterprise version, next, next again, production AD, Next. And if you see here, you have the option. You can select your directory from here. By selecting your directory, then you can use Burnie user to log into your MS SQL database also, and you can do all the administrative work. Right, so this is all you have to do here, and this is how one user can single sign on into various services. Are you with me so far, boys? Any questions from today's lecture? Any questions do you have from today's lecture? Now to delete this, there's a sophisticated steps that you need to follow. First, you need to go to work docs, and you need to delete work docs to delete your AD. Right? For workmail, you have to go to workmail and delete workmail. Otherwise, you cannot delete AD. Remove. And finally, you have to go to management console. Go to your directory here. Management console. Continue. Single sign-on role, and you have to remove your user here. And only then you can remove this. Remove. Disable access. And that's it. And the last thing is you need to disable your AD. Yes, you disable it, and that's it. That's it. You can go back to your directory, select this, go to action and delete your directory. At the rate, sorry team. That's it. So this is how you delete your AD. Right? So go practice your lab and come back. I want one of you to create a Chime lab and record that lab and put it on Slack. Who will do the Chime lab? Because I have an Indian account, I cannot show you Chime, but I want you to do a domain join in the Chime and use that AD user to log into Chime. Right? Use that AD user to log into Chime. Who will do this lab? All right, Gautam. So by next Tuesday, do that lab and send it to me. Right? Deepak says WebEx. Deepak is using Chime. Links is the old form of Skype for Business. Link is the old form of Skype for Business. Right? Zoom is also there and a couple of others there, but we'll be recommending Chime. Chime has a native integration, right? GoToMeeting doesn't have, and you have to pay separately to GoToMeeting. But if you use Chime, you can host meetings, you get bridge numbers and other thing. Which one do you like, guys? You like Chime, GoToMeeting, Skype for Business, Links? Which tool do you like a lot? What do you think of Chime? Do you think Chime is okay, good? Call quality, screen recording, screen sharing, able to log in from the mobile phone, able to log in from your laptop. How about you, Deepak? I think
It
Deepak
is
will
very
be able
good.
to.
China is very good.
Hey, but then why were you saying go to meeting plan or WebEx?
WebEx, I use it in office
Okay,
and
right. So
Zoom
we
also because the client requests that one to use.
go and recommend your clients to use Chime here. Chime is 10 times cheaper than your GoToMeeting in Zoom. It is almost like free. And you go to pricing here, right? Purchase Amazon Chime. See, they charge you on a daily basis. Feature that includes charges like hosting meeting. You're only charged for Amazon Chime Pro feature on the day you use Chime. User access them at $3 per user per day, up to $15. So maximum $15. It cannot exceed more than $15. But let's assume that you're only using two times meeting in 1 month. You only pay $6. That's all. You don't even have to pay full. But if you're hosting daily meetings, then maximum $15 they will charge you. But 1 or 2 meetings you only pay $3, and you can have as many meetings as you want for that 1 day. So you just have to pay 3 days, $3, and you can have 10 meetings on particular day, right? And then host meeting 2 days a month, $3 per day for total of $6 per month. Chat and meeting, attending meetings and all are always free, right? So basic plan is available where you don't get any features, and this is free. You don't have to pay for basic plan. You can use it forever for free. Basic is for free. The only thing that you have problem with basic plan is, right? Where is it? Where did it go, Pro? The only thing is you cannot record meetings. Maximum number of attendees 100. Record meeting features are not available. Only these features are not available. Conference room integration are not available. But otherwise, all other features are available for you to use Chime. Are you with me so far? Right? So you don't have to purchase. If you have an AWS account, it will auto purchase it in your account, right? But otherwise, you should recommend Chime and try to use Chime as much as you can, because we have trained on AWS and we have to be the advocate of this technology. If you personally don't like it, that's a different story. But if you like, let your customers know. I'm putting this link there. Go ahead and read about it. With that said, I will conclude today's lecture, boys. Do you have any more questions? Any more questions, boys, from today's lecture? All right, then with that said, I will take your leave. Thank you for joining today's lecture. I will see you on Tuesday. Please complete your labs and come. Thank you very much, guys. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye bye.